Hi, we're here in beautiful downtown Edison, Washington at IE Gallery. We're going to take a quick walkthrough of the exhibit called the Northwest Confluence. This is an exhibit that takes in a large combination of artists from around the area. Probably from the late 1960s up until the present day. The area being a lot of the Pacific Northwest, and in particular the Skagit Valley. And it's loosely based on the Northwest style of art, of painting, sculpture. This school was given its name about 1950 when the Life magazine article came out with Guy Anderson and Morris Graves, Mark Tobey, Kenneth Callahan talking about the Northwest School, mysticism, the type of artwork that could be found here, that they were doing a different type than of course was found at that time on the East Coast for sure. This had a lot to do with their influence of the Asian arts, especially Japanese, and also of the being close to the indigenous tribes in the area. Sometimes they used raw, rough materials. There was plein air painting, a lot of sketching, an appreciation of simple forms. And so this exhibit has just been put together showing these commonalities of these different artists. You'll see we have quite a few Jay Steensma pieces, the big paper bag fish. At first he did those kind of as an homage to Morris Graves, who also painted on paper bags at times, and they both painted birds and fish. And then we also have quite a few beautiful Guy Anderson wood blocks. This one's called Artist Palette. Interlocking forms. Up here we've got a lovely William Ivey and also a lovely Ivey Wick painting. Here the Anderson is on newsprint. We're just going to pop next door here to see. This is Gregg Laananen, who's a contemporary artist, but definitely in that lineage. His paintings are oil on panel. He became friends of Ed Kamuda and painted with him quite a bit, and he also lately has been doing constructions of found wood. And along those lines, we have also Peter Belknap, who is a local artist. I'm going to turn this off and get a better look. I'll just walk with this. We'll get a better picture of those. And he also does these are called lost wax. Is the process. So they're built with wax, which is then melted away in the foundry. And behind those we have some of Peter's sumi pieces. He also has added a little bit of color pencil with that sumi ink. It's another beautiful Jay Steensma young hawk. Launi, who is a Vancouver Vancouver, BC artist. She grew up in the Seattle area and is often around this area, finding bits and pieces to make her sculptures. Ed Kamuda, oil on board. Let's go back past Peter Belknap's and look at these Helmi pieces. Helmi was contemporary of Morris Graves and also Jay Steensma, although she was older than he was. She did a lot of wonderful cutouts. These are on old, they could be kerchief or silk. We get a lot of the totem feel in these. And here's a lovely Clayton James landscape of the Samish Island area. Again, Clayton would make his own frames, paint on board, and he painted along with Ed Kamuda, who has the three that are near this one. These are all oil on panel. A third enormous fish here, the salmon. This is gorgeous. It almost looks like a textile when you see it up close. This is a nice piece to see that Ed Kamuda did when he was just starting to paint. It's actually a wishing star, and it's something he did for Guy Anderson. So it's early, it's from 1978, and that's very early in his painting career. A nice thing to look at too is we've got a lot of small drawings by Jay Steensma. A very early one of his, which is 1976, very unusual to see that. And of course some of his totems as well. And he used to Xerox those and made limited numbers, editions for those. The Northwest Confluence, a more challenging painting by Jay Steensma. The Spilling Chalices, which was a big theme of his. Gorgeous painting though, in the blues. We're going to turn around here. Hope you're not getting too dizzy. Look at another beautiful steelhead by Launi Lucas. She uses a lobster buoy to make these. They take a long time. She spends a year or two on each piece. And above that, we've got an unusual Joel Brock, longtime painter in this area. Oil on canvas. No, this isn't oil, excuse me, it's acrylic on canvas. This is the slough out back. And this is unusual for Joel because he used these big house paint brushes to paint this in a very large, loose way, which is not typical of his work, although the landscape itself is typical. A beautiful little drawing by Guy Anderson. Another more kind of standard, typical pastel by Joel Brock. Then we're going to end up with this beautiful little owl, very Northwest style, Launi Lucas. So we are up through the end of February with this exhibit. We hope you get a chance to see it. The snow has cleared. It's been sunny. It will be rainy maybe this weekend, but it should not be snowing, so we hope we get to see you. Thank you very much.